Now that you've had a couple of weeks after your decision, have you bought suspenders, a fishing pole, and place in the villages?
I'm watching a lot of Golf Channel. Yeah, watching a lot of Golf Channel, trying to figure out how Scotty Scheffler is able to win with his mechanics and his feet. It's
Yeah.
very strange. I went to the range the other day. I tried to recreate it, and I shanked every ball into the woods. So a lot to work on still, but yeah, just going to be a lot of golfing in my future.
In all seriousness, though, how has the decision kind of settled with you now that's been announced? And
Yeah, it's been great, honestly. I feel really at peace with it. There is an aspect of it being bittersweet. I really enjoy coming out and training every day. I enjoy nights like the other night we had in Charlotte. Those are just really special moments that, those post-game win vibes in the locker room, which, there haven't been enough of those this year for me or for us as a group. And you really start to cherish those moments way more. And even being present and coming out here every day, it's been a weight lifted off my shoulders. And so I just feel really at peace with it. Obviously had some great conversations with people that I care about and I love. And I think the overriding theme is that I'm excited for the next month and a half, 2 months to see how things finish up, and then really excited about the future.
is there anything specific that you're focused on these next 7 matches?
The noise
really-
coming out of that truck,
Yeah, for
first of
real.
all,
I got
is
some bad
scary.
belts. Some bad belts on the
So go
delivery
ahead.
truck.
So
Is there anything in these next 7 matches that you're really trying to absorb, really trying to focus on?
it's funny you asked that. I've been really focused and present from the moment I get to the stadium until the moment that I leave since the beginning of the year, because I didn't know how this year would end up for me. So as far as that goes, I mean, I've really soaked in the atmospheres, whether I'm starting the game or whether I'm not starting the game. You try to look around in the crowd, try to see the stands fill up, try to wave to the people you care about who are there to support you, and then in the game you try to just stay present. I mean, that's the main thing. It's not it's something that you've done repetitively for 19 straight years, and it's going to be coming to an end. And so there's obviously an element of sadness about it, but there's also an element of peace with it. And I've learned throughout the years the way that I go about my business, the routine, that's what keeps you going. That's the stuff you look forward to, is almost the monotony of just every day keeping it the same, right? And then just focused on contributing in any way that I can, whether that was starting in LA, or coming off the bench in Charlotte, or if I don't play at all. There are things that I can provide to the team that I think make small differences, and if those little small differences can add up to a player playing well that's playing ahead of me, or the team doing well on a set piece, or just any little detail that we can all contribute to making the team better for. That's what I'm going to try to do these last 6-7 games, and then hopefully into the playoffs as well.
Nashville is still alive in the playoff hunt. Y'all are obviously still alive in the playoff hunt. It's a home match. What's the key to just making sure you finish them off quickly, I guess?
I've mentioned it in the past. I don't think we've started too many games at home very well. I think we've been too slow to get off, to get out of the blocks. And I really want to see us start well against Nashville, start with aggression, parlay for me, the confidence and the momentum we gained in Charlotte into this game in front of our home fans. So the last time we played at home, those couple games left a bitter taste in our mouths. I had some pretty harsh words for us as a group, and it feels like, we are in a better place now to go and to attack our home games, because I think we have 4 left. Mm-hmm. And if you have 4 home games left and you're on the playoff bubble, but you control your own destiny, you should feel good about getting into the playoffs, right? And so for us, let's take it one game at a time. Nashville is obviously the team that's next on the schedule, and they're below us. And so our job is to keep them below us, and how we do that is a good start, scoring multiple goals, while also continuing to have that defensive solidity that we had in Charlotte, which for me was one of the best all-around team performances defensively that we've had all year.
How do you handle, obviously, since we last talked, major change in front office with Carlos's departure? You as a veteran of this league and having just all these different players in the locker room, How do you handle that? Help the guys handle that major transition with the team?
Well, I think if you've been in this business for long enough, everyone understands that changes are going to be made, especially when seasons haven't gone according to plan. And so it's bittersweet, just like it was when Gonzalo departed. I always look at it like I feel a small sense of responsibility, when people that are in the front office, whenever they lose their jobs, there's always an element of the players feeling like they could have done more. And I want to personally thank Carlos, just like I thank Gonzalo, because Carlos was one of the main reasons I came here. He was one of the main guys I talked to and spoke with. And so I'm very grateful to him for giving me the opportunity to come here and to be a part of this great organization and play in front of these fans. And without him, I'm probably not here. And so I have a personal relationship with him. I played in the national team with him a few times. And so these situations aren't easy, but these are situations that happen everywhere in the world, including MLS. And so I know that he's going to land on his feet somewhere. He's a really bright, smart guy who has a fantastic reputation. And so, he's not going to have an issue getting another job. And so I wish him the best moving forward. But for us, we just have to accept it and move on. We have to try to focus on what we can control. And what we can control is what we have in front of us. And that's trying to get 3 points against Nashville.
Knowing Nashville as well as you do, and I know they're evolving a little bit with BJ in charge there, what stands out to you that makes them dangerous for you guys this weekend?
Well, like you said, they are evolving a little bit. We've watched some video on them. I've seen them play just because I still have relationships there, and I enjoy watching my friends play. So, they are trying to play a little bit differently. And I think with any change, the overriding sentiment is that there's going to be growing pains. No question about it. But the thing that I hear out of Nashville is that the guys are really excited about some of these changes that are being made. They really enjoy training. They really enjoy trying to implement some of the new ideas that BJ is trying to execute with the team. And so they're a dangerous team. I don't have to go over their players because you guys all know Hani Mukhtar, Sam Surridge, Walker Zimmerman. These are elite players in MLS, and they still have the ability to win a game anywhere in MLS, including Atlanta. So for me, it's just making sure that we don't allow them to get comfortable. We don't allow them to get into a rhythm because they have been better with the ball, and they actually have been creating a lot more chances than they were earlier in the season. They just are a little bit snake bit in front of goal. And so, the more chances that they get, the likelihood is that they're going to start finishing those. And so we have to make sure that doesn't happen against us. And we have to make sure we start on the front foot, score some goals early, and try to make sure we keep the ball away from them because they are much better in possession than they were in the past.
You mentioned the good feelings after the Charlotte win. So that'll be 2 weeks since that game between this game you guys play on Saturday. When you try to enjoy those wins, especially the way the season's gone, can you try to maybe create some sort of carryover into the next game because you're coming off a win, even if it's been like a longer layoff? I mean, how do you use that win, I guess is my question, to kind of carry on to the stretch run and kind of keep those good vibes going?
Well, it's all about confidence, and it's about the way we approach the game. I think that we approached the game in Charlotte with almost a quiet confidence, knowing that we were going to come out of that game with a result, and that it was a direct rival right ahead of us. That actually took 3 points from us on our home field, and we used that as motivation. And so we have to continue to find ways to motivate ourselves and to find motivation to continue to pick up points as we march towards the playoffs. I mean, I think the confidence that we showed on the road in a hostile environment was a really, really good step in the right direction. I felt like against LA, one of the best teams in the league, one of the best teams in the West, we almost took our foot off the pedal in the second half, and we lost a little bit of that solidity that we had found throughout that game, and we continued that in Charlotte, but we were able to produce it for 90 minutes. Against LA, we only produced it for 60 or 70 minutes. And so when you can put together a 90-minute performance where, Brad doesn't have to make any spectacular saves, where our back line is really secure, and where we get a goal and then we're really dangerous on the counterattack, as we were against Charlotte, where we could have probably added another 1 or 2 goals to make it more comfortable for ourselves. We have to do that, and we haven't done it enough at home. We've either gone behind too early at home, or we've scored and then let the opponent back into the game. And so there's a lot of positives to take from the Charlotte game. And like I said, we're going to be confident, and we're going to use that to try to continue to go and get 3 points against Nashville. Good.
Thanks,
Thanks, dude.